Welcome back to the channel. We've arrived at a 1v1 between BPL Season 6 Round of 8 player Akumar and his opponent is CRD's Joysko. So they're playing on Aurelia. Of course, this is in Season 6 map pool, so I think it's a pretty solid map. Oh, shit. And there's a few other players here, actually. So we got Vic in the lobby and Sash hanging out, watching these two guys play. I asked Akumar for some practice, or asked him if he wanted some practice for the round of 8. He said sure, so I popped on, started the stream, and we're just waiting on him to finish this game. So in the meantime, you can kind of casually observe this, talk about the BPL, which is this Saturday actually, 12 p.m. US Eastern. I think, what is that, +6 for EU? I'm not sure if we're going to run it on over the weekend like we did last time. I think we did Saturday, Sunday last BPL. So if it gets to the finals, they play a best of 5. If the players want to come back and do it the following day, I don't mind that so much, to be honest. So it's really whatever produces the highest quality games. Maybe it builds up a little bit of hype, but yeah, that's the Saturday. We're down to 8. Sash Scorn's one of them. X Factor, Andy, Christ, Blue Deer, and there's one other one. Who am I forgetting? Oh, now I have to look and see. Excuse me, let me pull this up. Alt F4. How could you forget Alt F4? Who's, I think, he's made it to the round of 8 multiple times, I know that. But it's interesting, he's changed his style recently, or past couple seasons. He's been playing a lot more Cortex. He used to like exclusively just play ARM bots, which this was before the balance, but the last balance patch, which was like January, right? That was a while ago. But yeah, I'm not sure why he switched, to be honest, after ARM got such a great patch, or yeah, a great patch versus Cortex. But what is it? Official Twitch? Let's take a look at these opens from Akumar. He's got 1, 2, 3 cons expanding. His commander's moving to mid. He has 1 con on the lab, which is maybe like the one bad thing, but he's almost has another con finish, so that's pretty strong. Joysko actually doing the right things. A little bit slower for a little bit slower start here, even making a pounder super early, so you don't see that too often. Maybe it works out getting to this like choke point over here, but I think it's just at the cost of a lot. Are you a good caster? Okay. All right, got that taken care of. Picked up another caster. All you have to do is ask, right? Okay, Sash is vouching for him too, so should be a good one. This is interesting. Just this turn of events here. These two cons come back and expand, but he just added on, was it 1, 2, 3? Seemingly like 4 cons in a row, something like that. Oh, this commander just dies, right? Nope, I guess he's gonna chill in the water. I forgot about the blue laser. If you chase a commander into the water, it can get really dicey because like you're walking towards a commander and he's doing more damage because the blue laser is better, right? The scaling's looking okay. This con turret is not the best place, I guess. What do I know? Maybe it should be able to... Okay, there's another one. That one can hit the lab. Maybe this one's a little misplaced. Could be a little farther down, but... There's some energy scaling going on. 34 metal per second. 500 energy. That's about when you want to start thinking about putting down a second lab of some kind, so... We'll have to see what it turns out to be. I think you can just walk here and degun this torpedo launcher, right? But now this Pounder's finally made its way to the front line. 7 minutes and 30 seconds into the game. Some more D-guns going up, or excuse me, LLTs going up. Where is this going? Okay, expanding over here. We've got some pincers, right? These are pincers? Can I read that? Garpike, excuse me. Garpike's coming out. Not sure how I feel about these. I used to actually walk my commander down to this bottom island over here, and I would like make a lab and make like about 4 or 5 of those, and then just reclaim the lab. But it's like it takes a lot of micro to make these like get their value, and they do take a while to traverse. So it could also like it could be better to just like go for your T2 lab or go for an air lab, something like that. And is this Pounder gonna get taken out? That was a really nice trade, to be honest. All this metal is just chilling right here. 700 metal. Got 500 in the bank, right? So, guess we put down an air lab after another concert. We have, what, 20k energy. Yeah, this is really nice. Well done. 4th concert. Do we really go up to, like, 8? 7? Oh, there you go. So this con is so low. I wish there was like a little stat that showed you how much something has reclaimed, like, in terms of like metal. I guess you could do metal and energy. I would be more interested in seeing how much metal a unit has reclaimed. But okay, that's cute. The LLT just shoots the torpedo launcher. So the Garpikes reveal themselves. They're going to take down this expanding con, which is nice, and take out the 2 mexes. There's a muskrat behind this to expand. And Akumar's just rotating to the left. Joysko is like playing with fire, I guess. Maybe we can talk to Slick for a bit. See what predictions he's got for the finals. These Garpikes end up showing up to the main base. There's quite a few LLTs here. So that's gonna get shut down. Remake these mexes. Maybe one of these cons goes down if he's not paying attention. No, he ends up grabbing it, moving it back. And it was just a pure air switch. Okay, so he reclaims a lab and he's going for a commander snipe. How many gunships is this? I'm assuming he's going to go for a commander snipe. No, he's just going to run a bunch of gunships right into the main base. Okay. Maybe he doesn't know where the commander's at. Really interesting play. Yeah, that's how you do it. You just make some figs. Is there any anti-air going up? There's a single hardened anti-air missile battery going up, but there's suddenly 14 gunships in your main base, so things are gonna get taken out pretty swiftly. Mexes die pretty quick to the Banshees, but they actually don't have the okay, so that patch did go live. All right. Go over that in a second, but yeah, that experimental patch we were playing on for the BPL qualifiers and the round of 16 is live now, so you don't have to turn that on, which is cool. Yeah, the SAM goes down, and this main base is going to get taken out. So, GG.
Commander self-destructed.
Maybe we can catch a game
Battle
versus
ended.
Akumar. I'll try my best. Haven't been playing a lot of 1v1s recently. Sizes are no. Yeah, let me pull that up. It's...
You are now playing.
All right, here we are. Can play any map. I guess it's unranked, which is pretty chill. You can just try crazy things, but he wants to play Mythor Mountain. All right. So I've been trying something new, but given the new balance patch, we'll see if I get punished for it. And I really don't know. Does he play Cortex or Armada? Well, he's just playing Armada there. He opened vehicles, presumably, though. So, and I'm thinking back to our last game we played. It was on... Played a game on Gasbag where he played, yeah, Cortex bots, actually. And then we played on Paradise Lost.
Please
I
choose
think he
your
also
starting
went Cortex
location.
too, so interesting to see him play Armada vehicles on Aurelia, but we're going to play Cortex here. And see what happens. But if you guys have arrived, you're sitting here with us watching along, be sure to hit the like button, leave a comment, let us know if you're watching. We're going to be playing, I guess, 1v1s as long as Akumar wants to roll, but after
Battle
that, if you want to see like 2v2s or... Vader sent me a game versus Bloodier. He said it was pretty funny what happened, so could end up watching that together. I know Dr. Sen has got that replay for me to review. I really need to get to that. Maybe we'll just close out the stream with that, so we can send that to him. He's been waiting for a while. But this is Mythor Mountain. I think bots are perfectly fine here. Wins relatively high, but I could get punished versus like a really sharp vehicle player, but I don't know what he likes to do, to be honest, on this map. So I'll just try and play standard. Let's see what happens. So I'll do that. 6 cons. Gotta pay the Cortex tax rate and make this wind turbine. Not really too bad. But we'll just make like 4, right? We'll finish this one and then get this con going. So I see winds going down. I'm just gonna make a solar. No big deal. And then this con is gonna sit on the lab and just assist out the grunts that we're gonna be making, but
Low power. Need power.
Oh, that's not good.
Low power.
Hmm. So I just have to keep making tanks here. At some point, I'm gonna need to transition to air and like scout him. But for now, I just need to keep getting radars and LLTs put up. Alright, we need to get the air lab down pretty soon.
Aircraft detected.
I just need to run back to these pounders. I've got some mines set up, so feels good. He likes to play like T2 bots, if I'm not mistaken.
T2 unit detected.
Oh, figs land in the new update. Okay, thank you for that. Oh my gosh, this is like god awful. The fighter's landing.
Low power.
I gotta put these in a better place, actually. This is not good.
Low power.
Oh, that's not good. Why is this just not building? Seems like... Okay, I think I have more economy than him. He's actually making starlights. And I could be like going like T2 air or something like that.
3 unit is ready.
Yeah, I lost like all of my fighter screen actually. Not good. GG.
Enemy commander destroyed.
It's tough when you lose your first con.
Battle.
You just kind of claw your way back into the game. Oh, he dropped out. Hmm. Okay, he accidentally left the lobby, or I left the queue. Yeah, that would be weird to like pick a new map and then immediately leave the lobby, but yeah, the earlier Juno would have been a lot stronger, but I kind of got away with just sitting there. I don't know, that's what I like to do, just like get to the T1 phase, make mines, and try and go T2, but
I think he made it a little bit easier because he was so aggro with the like Q1 and Banshee push. You gonna ready up? So like that left a bunch of reclaim on my side of the map, and then a lot of the pressure was taken off like once he lost all of the Banshees. So he did some he did some good damage, but I had enough energy storage and I think in build power to kind of recover. Hey Dan, good to see you, man. Okay. Good to see you, man. Oh yeah, I sniffed it out, man. It's like I've been burnt so many times, like trying to go Shuri, even trying bombers first out of the air lab, but really you're I think you should go
Please
scout
choose
first
your
and then just
starting
fly right across the
location.
map, because you'll at least get a reaction out of them because they're like, oh, they're air now. Or you can see the Banshees that are already out on the map, so you know. And also, I did make like 4 anti-air turrets with my commander when I got to the top right side of the map. So, kind of preemptively doing that because it would have been really awkward to try and like bring him back to the main base and like risk getting sniped like going from A to B. So I'm like, okay, I'll get the air lab up, get the figs out, and just kind of make sure my commander is buttoned up. All right.
Battle started.
So I'm wondering with the recent balance change, if you can just get away with going 2 cons. We'll see. One, two, three, four. What's that? Wondering if it's better to get the 2 cons out, expanding, and then just keep the commander near the lab, like making the wins and all that. Because lately what I've been doing is I'll go 1 con into like 10 dolphins, and like move the commander down here and grab these 3 mexes, but you're just like sitting there with the idle lab. Or unassisted lab, it's not idle, excuse me. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's similar to the vehicle lab where you want around plus 80, right? Yep, so I'll make the 4 wins. Still have a bunch of metal. And we're like, see, we're not like really stalling energy too hard. Minus 150. There we go. So it's getting more and more balanced, which is nice. Add on these extra wind. Let's see how far we go. Factory's drawing 17 per second. Yeah, see, this might end up working out. We'll see. Is the 3 dolphins the sweet spot or what? We'll see. Hey, Chris. Good to see you, man. No, that's fine. I think it worked out pretty well. Funny enough, I went down to Austin and I just was able to spend like the whole weekend there. I was planning on coming back on like Saturday and being here on Sunday, but I got to spend some extra time with my girlfriend, so that was nice. And of course, we had a chance to see Chisato in the round of 8, but kind of, you know, what happened happened. It was cool to see him participate though. I wouldn't want him to be like discouraged and kind of not want to play again. So happy to do stuff like that. Okay, so he has 2 expanding cons. This is gonna die. I need to get a radar up. Okay, he's gone up to 3 cons, so I'll make another one. Not on my commanders. Coming back to the main base? I don't know, are you? We'll see.
You're low on power.
So we have a little bit of metal in the bank, but I'm not too worried about it because our commander's like near the lab, right? We're making these vitals. Kind of getting over this. Yeah, we can just keep making them, honestly. It's no big deal. We've got metal. We're using our build power. We've got 2 cons expanding, so don't mind this too much. I mean, I guess it's bad for both of us. Okay, so I'm not sure if I even want to send a sub down here because the destroyer gets there so much faster. So I think I might just send them both to the bottom lane. Okay, I need to get the energy storage up. This is nice because we're getting another con, and could probably just even get another con turret. Oh, that's not good. I didn't take that mix. Oof. That sub got taken out, which is not ideal.
Radar lost. Low power. Aircraft spotted.
This is a little tedious, honestly.
Your commander is heavily damaged.
That's interesting.
Battle.
I kind of was a little out of position there with those couple of destroyers I had. Should have kept them closer to like the middle part so we couldn't like dash towards my main. So you could have hit like the top right nexus, which wouldn't be too bad now that I have the air cons out. So a bit unfortunate. EA Hansas? Who is this? Okay, yeah. Alright, we're gonna let Sash get in here. Actually, I might take a quick break, stretch my legs, and I'll just put it on Sash's view. I think the play from there was, assuming I didn't die, was to just kind of go T2, because it seemed like I had a bigger army. Okay. Is making seawalls viable to delay con snipe? I'm not sure. Commander can't make walls in the sea. I think that's just a T2, like the yeah, the naval engineer. Let's see, what's a map they can play on? Trying to think back to the pool. I think the ones I don't like the most, the map I don't like the most is probably the solar one. I'm kind of blanking on the name. This is a great map, frankly, so shout out Neb. Oh, Aurelia? Okay. Go. Otago, yeah, that's a good one. I think we might see some pretty awesome games on that map this weekend, so stay tuned. Check those out. But we're going to get loaded in this game. I'll take a quick break. Make sure you guys liked the video. right. There we go. So hopefully this isn't over too quick, but I'll be right back, guys. Okay. We're back. This game looks close to over. Like, 2 ticks in the main base? Sniping mexes? Let me turn off this view and zoom out. Okay, two blitzes getting on top of the main base. There's just a few ticks here. But the commander getting some nice shots off actually on this other blitz, so. But 5 pawns getting on top of the main base, kind of crazy. Turns out you just make pawns. So this is just a 2-mech start. Wait, did one of the cons die? Yeah, it did over here. Okay. So we did have one expanded con. There's another one over here getting set up. This single scout actually might get a lot of damage, but yeah, there's a few ticks running across the map over here. Akumar putting up 2 LLTs right here in this choke point and then moving to this island. I like that. I wonder if Sash has any plans moving out of the main base. I don't think so, playing this style. We'll see. He's rotating around. Gets that con. Really well done. Or excuse me, gets that scout. And the game seems kind of stabilized, but like there's just this huge energy advantage right now for Sash. And playing bots feels nice. This idle lab doesn't feel great, but we're going to res that con that died earlier. Pick up the mechs as well. Got a 3rd con expanding. Yeah, this is a nice position. 4th con out. Just have to defend against these few blitzes, which Max is going to tank a couple shots. One of the blitzes goes down. I think they're going to be forced to retreat here. Shaw's trying to make some extra wins here. It's going to go into the construction turret and then move his commander, looks like, to mid here. Probably going to set up a couple of LLTs there. Yeah. So got 1, 2, 3 maxes being built right now. Got 2 that are about to turn on. And we're just going into maces. Okay, that's interesting. But first we're going to get another con out, so. Keeps changing with this queue on the lab. Bit of a run-by attempt here. 5 ticks slipping through. Yeah, he could actually just like run his commander right over here, degun the lab. That would be kind of cute, but I don't think he's gonna do it. This is where you need to make some scouts. It's kind of caught making an LLT here, but there's really nothing else to defend. I think this is just gonna do so much damage. Okay, 2 blitzes are out. Nice job splitting up those units. You got a pack of ticks over here on the high ground. I don't know if he actually sees those. Get the muskrat out to try and take the mexes, but the commander's just chilling in the main base. I don't know if I like this move. Sitting on the island. Excuse me. So the 2 LLTs are going to finish. Sash is way ahead in terms of metal eco. Just like naked expanded this whole left side of the map. Same for the right, actually. And then he's just going to go right into win production with these 2 cons. He's got 1 construction turret in the main base. He's making more build power to go expand over here. And should be adding on energy storage here pretty soon. And additional construction turrets, of course. Yeah, that's pretty much game. Okay, these maces are going to kite a little bit, but the blitzes are too fast, so they're going to be able to get that flanking damage. They can get around the blitzes, but dang, they have so much armor. Okay, so 5 are going to go down pretty quickly. He's going to turn the 6 blitz around. He's going to move his commander back over here. Really, I think the only way he loses is if the commander gets sniped, but this is the power of this follow-up, right? Just go right into maces and just run them right through the choke point. Sash has his radar up. He's continuing to walk forward with the commander. Akumar is just... He might end up doing it. We'll see. That would be huge, actually, if he just comes in and deguns the whole base. Lab AFK. Okay, so here comes the big fight. The blitzers are going to run forward. One of the maces is really low. That gets targeted down. Second one goes down, but commander's here to repair. It's a little bit of kiting. And then you just got this conga line of maces. Making their way to the front line. Got some res bots coming out. Okay, and finally, I guess the commander gets spotted. Yeah, there it is on radar. So I'm going to try and bring some of these maces back. He'll get one LLT up pretty quickly. I think a second one's going to get finished. And with this third one coming online, I think this commander might actually be toast. So we'll see. Yeah, 3 LLTs. Can't really take that much damage. One of them's going to go down.
Has died.
Taps out.
Battle and
No, there was another radar in bottom right.
you are now playing.
All right, so we'll play 1 versus Sash. What map do we want to play on? Okay, Otago? I don't know. Hold on. Let me think. What map do I have the best chance of winning on? Oh, I'm so happy Desolation isn't in the pool. Oh, Fallondale's here. All right. Okay, we'll get tossed around here real fast, and then we'll do something else. Maybe we'll do like a 1v1 and then check out that doctor, or no, not a 1v1, like a big team game, and then close it out with a review of Dr. Sin's game. But I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. Once again, this Saturday we're having the BPL finals. It's going to be on the Bar official Twitch sometime around
Please choose your starting
12
location.
PM US Central. So, hope to see you there. I'll be casting it. Should have some other casters. I think Slick just signed himself up, and then what else is there? Not much. We'll see. I'm gonna try something a little different here.
Battle started. Aircraft spotted. Air transport detected. T2 unit detected.
I'd like to know how many APHIS he has already, but it's probably not as many as I think it is, but... that's not where those are supposed to be. Damn.
T3 unit is ready. Your commander is heavily damaged. Radar lost. Radar lost.
GG.
Enemy commander destroyed. Battle ended.
It's a no mech start. I guess I was pretty far ahead there. In the early game, I'm not even sure. It was just kind of wild. I was gonna start making Aphis there, but I kind of fucked up my main base with my build power. Well, I think I might do the Dr. Sen thing now, and then we'll end the cast. We've been going on it for a bit, so hopefully y'all enjoyed that one. Let me find this replay real fast, and then I'll bring you guys along for a little review. So I haven't done one of these in a bit, but always welcome to check out the Bar Academy. If you guys aren't aware, you can, what is it? You know, submit a replay, mentors can look at it. You'll get feedback. So if you're looking to improve, it's really worth checking out. So highly recommend that. But we've got this replay. We've got it downloaded. It should go all the way to the bottom. When was it? 709. So a couple weeks ago. Can learn a lot in 2 weeks in this game, but we'll take a look at what Dr. Sin's working with. He's playing against a great player. DMU's mirrored. Really aggressive. He'll punish you for being greedy. He'll punish you for kind of messing up your micro. I think I'd say he's more of a micro kind of aggro tempo player. So if you slip up, he'll get you, and if you overmake cons, he'll get you too. So we'll see what this is on the old balance patch, which I'm super happy about the recent change. And here we are. I do have to record a video tonight as
Battle
well.
started.
So it's game 3 in a match from the BPL. So yeah, but here we are on East of Hades. Really good macro map, I'd say. Got our man Dr. Sin playing as the red pieces here, Armada Commander. We'll have to see what he's working with here. So wins below 15. So you make 2 wins right before your third max. That's smart. Let me speed this up a little bit. Max 2 wins. Yep, looks good. Resbot Con 6 ticks, okay. Or do Resbot Con 2 ticks. 2 pawns con. I like this. Yeah, this is nice. You could even say, oh, you can make the 2 pawns first and like front load the movement, but fixing your E, ticks are very inexpensive, like in terms of E. So like while you're fixing these issues, I actually like this being a little greedy with the wind turbines. Why wind is so low? It's like we're not stalling energy, so it works out, and making this ticks helps us get around that. So yeah, this is a perfectly solid open. I guess we come up here and grab these with another con, something like that. But where are we at here? Got the 2 cons out. I think we should be focusing on a little more like E with the commander, but we'll see. Okay, there's 1 more, 2 more. Extra contracts coming up. Yeah, so this is really good. I like this. Let's see what our man Mirrod's doing. Super defensive. He's on the high ground. When did he plus start playing like this? He's got 3 cons out, so pretty greedy start. He's moving out with his commander, right? So hopefully if you see this, I would feel a little awkward in this spot just because Cortex is pretty good. Like I don't like playing arm bots versus core bots, but he's not being aggressive with the grunts and moving them across the map. So really I would feel ahead in this position almost, just because if you're good enough with the cons, like you're already out on the map expanding like this. And then one thing I've noticed about this map is like this is really open and hard to defend, and there's not a lot of mexes there compared to like securing this. And then even expanding like this way, right? Because expanding in like, let's say you're going this direction, really there's only one way to get in through this way, and then another way to get through here, right? So it's, it feels a little bit easier to get like your radar up here and like maybe an LLT, or like a radar up here, a radar here, right? Stuff like this. And trying to secure this part of the map over, I guess, everything at once, right? Typically you do everything at once, but something to note is like there's these plus 3.0 mexes in the middle and on these sides, and like these are super strong. This position's like really good, important to have, I'd say, even because like you can keep a radar here, which lets you see all the units coming in this way. So, and that's the best spot. It can't get raided, stuff like that. Also, these mexes give you a lot of value, right? Because metal's good, but yeah, the radar is really strong up there. I know I'm kind of ranting right now. I'm not looking at your play, but another thing I've noticed on these larger maps that I think I picked it up from like Blue Deer or something like that. But like, say you're in the throes of a 1v1, you're like 12 minutes into the game, right? And you have access to the air lab. Suddenly, like places you weren't able to reach out to and expand and get secure. It's like once you reach that second lab phase of the game and you have access to the aircon, it still becomes capping mexes, making radars, making LLTs, right? So I guess I'm talking that in like in the context of like a game being really back and forth. There's wrecks everywhere, and there's like, you know, little raids running around, and nothing's like perfect and tidy. You're still trying to like get your half of the map, right? Air cons become really, really strong. So yeah, let's get along into this. I like this open so far. Yeah. Spending that metal. One thing to note is here you could even like, hey, what's up, Tyler? Okay, we're continuing to make wind turbines, which is good. I was gonna say it's like you can start the blueprint with the con and then start expanding, and just finish it with the commander. And if you're even kind of stalling energy here and there, while you're building a con turret with your commander, you can like turn and add on like a wind turbine and come back, just in like until it comes up, right? But I mean, this all looks pretty solid. Okay, so if we do end up moving out with the commander, well, no, this is good. I like this. I would even say like as soon as you do this and like make an LLT here and a radar, you can just come back to the main base. It's like you've done what you needed to do, and like use cons to expand like past that position you've secured, because I really don't like losing my commander. It just sucks. So. Here I'd start thinking about adding on one or two more construction turrets. That's what's so handy about having the energy storage. And see, we're adding it on now. It's like you have 2,000 metal and the 2,000 energy in the bank, and that's about what you need to make a construction turret, right? It's 3,200. So once you start floating a little metal and you're comfortable with like the amount of energy you have in your bank, it's like you're never really going to stall adding on this extra build power, which makes it like super efficient, right? The scaling, being efficient when you're with your scaling is really important, and it's not just metal and energy, it's also build power, right? So we're raiding, we're harassing on the other side of the map. I'm seeing we're starting to float a little bit of metal. This is when I'd like, all right, add on a second lab, which I think in this position I'd say I would like to do, yeah, an air lab, I'd say, because you can get the scout out, make sure that happens so you can see what your opponent's doing. But one or two banshees on this map are also really strong. Maybe not so much since the balance change and they've buffed the HP to the mexes, but you can snipe a lot of mexes with a few banshees, right? And if all you make the air lab for is the scout, a few banshees, if you don't see an air response, you can reclaim it, or like make a couple of air cons like we talked about, and then reclaim the air lab and go into like vehicles. But the second option obviously is just going second vehicles as well, which is where I'd go like blitzes. Actually, no, excuse me. Playing arm, it's different. I actually go second lab. I'll go right into medium tanks, because you have the pawn. The pawn is so much better than the grunt. Normally, if I go second vehicle with Cortex, I'll start making incisors in mine layers. But yeah, if you make a vehicle lab, I guess long story short, or another point to make, I'm kind of ranting here, but is once you go like second vehicle, or you get your vehicle lab up after opening bots, get a couple mine layers out, and they're actually really strong on this map too. So start putting down those mines. But we've run the 3 construction turrets. Might want to also add on like 1 or 2 more con scaling energy. On big macro maps like this, I'd say shoot for 2 con scaling energy, because it's a little more important. We're getting another resbot out, and yeah, we're making solars to kind of compensate. And I would still be thinking like, okay, I can like purchase a lab pretty much immediately right now. And wind is still kind of not really cooperating. It's nice having the energy in the bank, because these construction turrets are really doing a lot of work right now. Man, there we go. Okay. So second lab, more construction or energy storage. And this raid could have gotten a lot more damage. All right. So let me pause again and see where we're at. Got 1 con expanding. I don't see a radar. Oh, there it is. Okay. So you want to start thinking about adding on another radar from this position. We've got a bunch of wrecks outside of our main base. Yeah. So make some res bots, get that working. And then here's another idle con. So one thing I've kind of worked into my own play is thinking about the number of cons I need to expand to like my half of the map, right? And
of course, like shy of them being killed by like a raid or something. You want to basically just naked expand like all the way forward as far as you can get. And the more you can naked expand, the better. I know it's like, and I see you're doing a good job of that actually. It just makes it, everything comes so much faster, right? If you're doing it that way. So there are some good spots for LLTs. I won't deny that, but am I still in this lobby? All right, what was I saying? Just naked expanding and making sure you have sufficient amount of cons like moving out onto the map. Like I'm seeing like, okay, you would need to make another one to like retake these. I see you need another con like, you know, moving down this way, at least pushing to here, because that's what I'd call your half of the map. And yeah, this sucks when wind is this low for so long. That's why I think on this map a lot, I was even like playing into the solar economy until you have the fusion out. So I wouldn't be afraid. Like you can make like 20 solars. It doesn't really matter. You can just reclaim them after your fusion is finished. But yeah, good spot. We got three energy storage. I think the only big mistake right now I'm seeing is just like the lack of energy scaling. And I think even in this position, if like I was playing here, I would like finish this mix and then just go over here and start making titles, right? And I would... Did we scout air from our opponent? If you didn't scout him or see air, it's like you can even stop making out of your air lab, because it does take a lot of energy draw. Like, what is this? It takes like minus 27, but the construction turrets assisting it take quite a bit as well. So that's another trick you can do. Of course, we talked about adding on 2 cons on a big macro map like this to be scaling energy. Yeah, so the 2 things I'd really lean on if I was playing second air is just scouting your opponent, obviously, and then even leveraging the build power and speed of the construction aircraft. Because you can even like fly over here and make a radar. Like, it doesn't even have to be about making mexes. Like, okay, I don't really care for the commander snipe. Like, you can just fly over here and be sniping mexes, but he even has air interceptors out of his own, so yeah. Want to stop producing those banshees. And I think we even overmade them. I don't know if you were deliberately trying to go for the commander snipe, but does it end up working out here? Cheers. Oh my goodness. Oof. Okay, that was close. I don't hate it, but I don't usually go for that kind of stuff. Just think it's better to kind of like macro up. And ooh, things seem to be spiraling out of control actually. All right. Yeah, because we have a ton of metal in the bank. So this is where it can be a bit challenging to macro on maps like that you have this much metal. I see with like 65 metal income, right? So after you've gone second air, the other natural transition after you open bots is also just reclaiming the bot lab and going vehicles, because like, you have to get into vehicles at some point. And I would argue even like the T2 arm vehicles are very strong on this map, so you even need that con out to make that transition anyways, which we could purchase a T2 lab literally. So still a few things to button up. I see Dr. Sen. I'd say mostly it's just fixing this earlier. And I'd say the biggest like quick little tip I could give you is if you're stalling energy this hard, just stop making stuff out of the air lab and just focus on like your build power, like making solars, making wind turbines, making titles here in a pond anywhere, wherever your commander's at. Just I think the most efficient thing to do, or was when he was standing over here, was just to run over here and make some titles. So do things start spiraling out of control? That is the question. I see a bunch of grunts running towards you, and not a good way to stop it. All these vexels are going to go down. Yeah, so pretty much seems like, I mean, that's a lot of damage. I mean, it's if he gets all the con turrets, it's game ending, I'd say. Yeah, getting all the con turrets is like makes it unrecoverable, because you still have the energy storage, right, which is nice. Like, you can remake the build power, but and look, our opponent's just on like medium tank surety right now, and there's like nothing you can do to stop it. So GG. All right, not bad, but much improvement, of course. Like things are looking good. Well, we're sitting at 31 OS. I like I said, if you tighten up it, like focus on the macro stuff, it's like you can get to 40 OS, no problem. I would say maybe even 50 or less, really. It's just like, it's all about macroing, honestly. Yeah, so GG, Dr. Sam, love to do it.
Commander
Sorry it took me so long. but-
self-destructed.
Hey, there it is for you. So this lobby went off. We played several games. We reviewed the match like we said. So I think that's going to be a stream for us. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It's right around 2 hours, so perfect timing, right? Anyways, if you guys liked it, if you've made it this far, hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I know a lot of guys aren't really subscribed, so looking forward to seeing you again. So that's it for me. See you later.